Social and political commentary from a Christian male perspective.
Grace and peace, everybody. We are back. You did not see a thumbnail. You did not see a title, because literally I was sent this video and I said, you know what? I got to talk about it. So I did a video earlier on the village of Lynwood and the mayor, Jada Curry. And I came across kind of like she was doing some shenanigans and so on and so forth. But somebody sent me a video from last night's board meeting where the people came out to support Jada Curry. And it made me think about something that I am going to bring up the video. We're going to look at that in a moment. But it made me think about something about why is it that so many people, this is not just the community or not just the trustees, it's everybody is in support of her. Now, I think we can have a discussion about whether or not a mayor of a town of only 10,000 people needs to be bringing home, 100,000 salary. We could probably have that discussion. And I think that's a valid discussion. However, because that's like $10 a person a year paying for her salary. That's kind of wild. But I think the bigger issue and the bigger question is, why is it that she's garnered so much support? If she's not being forthright or not being a good person, not doing the things that she's supposed to do and the people are expecting from her, is there a reason why she has so much support? So I'm gonna bring this video in. I do want to talk about it because I'm thinking there might be a little bit more to this than what I initially said in my first video that went up about 30 minutes ago. So let me bring this in because it's normal to have it ready. Let's bring this in. This was from the news last night and actually just dropped about 14 hours ago. So let's bring this in.
A big show of support in South suburban Lynwood, where the mayor is up for re-election. After our report last night questioning the mayor's nearly $100,000 salary, a village board meeting was packed tonight. As our Asal Razai shows us, many say she deserves every penny.
Inside the board meeting here tonight, we saw several rounds of applause and standing ovations, one after another, longtime residents voicing their support for Mayor Jada Curry. A crowd of Mayor Jada Curry's supporters packed Village Hall Tuesday night. A regularly scheduled board meeting overwhelmed with the show of support.
Can we talk to you about some questions circulating about your salary?
It comes after our Lauren Victory pressed the mayor about her salary and why she's taking home nearly triple the amount that's in the budget. We know before she was elected 4 years ago, an ordinance drastically reduced the mayoral salary from $85,000 to $20,000 a year.
Okay, real quick, I want to jump in here because I did a little bit of research. So the mayor that was before her, hold on, just had his name. All right, was Gene Williams, and he had been mayor for like 16 years. So of course, if you've been mayor for that long, it's reasonable to expect that your salary has, been increased, pay raises, so forth. Well, he issued an ordinance that basically knocked the salary down to something ridiculous. And that's how we got here. And I remember Tiffany did something similar to that in the Thornton Township position as well, where she wanted to see the salary back down to the go all the way down, not even to like something reasonable, because the previous supervisor had been in place so long that the salary, the starting salary was not even commensurate to like a basic living. So same thing here, I believe was what happened is that the starting salary, $20,000, had not even been adjusted for the price of living, cost of living rather. And so when they took it down from whatever it was when Gene Williams was about to lose, he issued that ordinance. It went back down to what had not been renegotiated and just reevaluated even. So I don't think she's wrong for wanting more salary. I just think the way that she went about it was probably not the right way to do it. But I do want to look at it a little bit more. So let's keep going.
Mayor Curry has never lied to you.
Current and incoming village trustees making a statement at Tuesday night's meeting highlighting all the improvements Mayor Curry has made to the village.
I see the difference.
Followed by at least a dozen longtime residents echoing that sentiment. Outgoing trustee Rolanda Clark says she'd like to see more transparency when it comes to Mayor Curry's salary.
It wasn't about her salary. Okay, $95,000 for 10,000 residents, still a lot. What the debate is how you went about reporting it to the Illinois municipal retirement board.
LaRoyce Clay Williams.
Now that is the issue, I think, because they're saying that she's transparent, which I'm not saying that she's not. And I have looked at a few of the board meetings. Look, if we're used to those shenanigans over there in Dalton and the hijinks we see in Thornton, they have a really well-run ship. So she makes a case. The case can be made that I'm running this thing properly. The meetings are short. The meetings are business focused, and they get in and get done. I mean, there's an argument there. There's definitely an argument there, and I want to hear it. But the transparency on how you make your money, again, like charging for meetings, that's crazy work, man. That's nasty work right there. But I'm not mad at her. I agree that they probably need to adjust that salary. The starting salary needs to be adjusted. But on the same note, allowing her to charge for meetings. And so, look, I'd be going to every meeting on the block. If I can get paid to go to the meeting, I'm there. I do think that might be a little bit too much, a little lap too far, but I'm trending with her. Let's go.
Has lived in Lynwood for over 30 years.
The reason why I came out tonight specifically was because of the footage that was aired the other day.
She says with Mayor Curry, there is no lack of transparency.
I've seen what it used to be.
See, I don't know about that lack of transparency right there. If we're having a conversation, I don't want to leave that lady frozen like that. If we're having a conversation about shady dealings on how she's getting paid, that means that there's a lack of transparency. I don't want to slam her, but I don't know if that's transparency, my friend. All right, let's bring her back in. Let's get done with this.
I see what it is now. We've come a long way.
Mayor Curry closing out the public comments portion of the meeting, saying she is humbled by the support and that she's only focused on the job at hand and will not be commenting on her salary from this point on.
They've been on the board. Answer me this question. Why now?
Mayor Curry recently won the Democratic primary here. She is on the ballot for the April 1st general election. Unless there is a write-in candidate, she's unopposed and likely to win. Reporting from Lynwood, I'm Asal Razai, CBS News Chicago.
Yeah, so, there's my video, by the way. Check out that video. Oh, I started it. Yikes. Okay. Well, I want you to check out the video after this video. I have to edit that out. Man, that was crazy. So I do understand. I don't know what was the background or the context that started people looking at her salary. Apparently, some people just emailed the news and said, "Hey, do you know this lady's making 3 times her salary on paper?" I think that's how it happened. I don't know what caused somebody to send that. Was it a disgruntled employee or somebody who's mad looking at their tax bill? I don't know. I wonder if a case could be made like, hey, you need to make more of a salary, but on the same note, we got to see some benefit to the community. So if you get a grant for $8 million, then we will I don't know if you can do that, but maybe we will compensate you according for you getting a grant for $8 million for infrastructure and roads and putting solar panels on people's houses. Mayor, if you get that in, then we can up your salary or provide you more in your 401k so it can last you into the future or whatever like that. Even if we're going to keep your salary, I think 100,000 might be a little bit much when you're only talking about 10,000 people. But I think, don't quote me on this, I want to say it's like $3,000 or something. I mean, $30,000. That's not reasonable. That's just not reasonable. So somewhere in the middle, 55K, but we'll also, soak your 401k and your Roth IRA and your retirement package. We'll take care of that and we'll put that money away. So then that way, once you retire, Mayor Curry, your 401k and all that kind of stuff is in place. But you'll still be just getting 55K unless you get regularly incremental upgrades and such like that. Maybe that might work. But I do know this for a fact. She runs a tight ship. The community is doing well. Maybe we need to look at her school district. That's what we need to do. We'll look at her school district and see how they're doing over there. They got any shenanigans over there? But apparently Lynwood is actually prospering. It's just not reflected in how much they make, how much they're paying their mayor. But again, I'm sure there's a lot of other people there that are being paid and such like that, they probably all need to be reevaluate their salaries based upon the cost of living. Because I bet you that's probably what happened. I'm not saying emphatically I know it, but I will leave a link. Matter of fact, I'll leave the link to the Lynwood. What is it called? The Village of Lynwood YouTube page, so you can check out what they've been doing. They got some well-run meetings. I mean, I can't take away from that. They don't do them live though. It looks like they like record them and then upload them. But needless to say, they look like they're well run and well organized, and it's such like there's a lot that Tiffany and them could learn from there. So I think that's probably one of the reasons why people are supporting her, is because they see that she's doing a good job. I do also want to add something in the video that I did yesterday or earlier, that dropped earlier today about the Village of Lynwood. They make a point that when Jada Curry was a trustee, she voted against the referendum or the ordinance to change the salary. That was the infamous salary that she knew would come back and bite her, because she was running against Mr. Williams at that time, and Mr. Williams instituted an ordinance that would drop that salary down significantly because he knew he was going to lose. So he said, oh, on my way out the door, I'm going to burn down the whole place. And he knew he was going to lose, so he wanted to drop that salary down. Of course, Jada Curry knew that she was going to beat him, and so therefore she voted against that. So in my video, you see it, and they kind of make it sound like it's a big salacious thing. But now, after further review, and based upon information and belief, I now see that's why she voted against it, because she knew that that was going to hurt her. And I mean, let's tell the truth. If you could vote for your salary, wouldn't you vote for it? I think all of us would. So I'm not mad at her at all for that. I just thought that was interesting. So anyway, you'll see that in that video too, and I'll make sure I link that as well in the video. So thank you so much. This is the members only live stream. Thank you so much for my members for supporting the channel, not only being in the best live chat, but being a part of this membership. You all help me do what I do, and I really want to say thank you. So I really appreciate you all. I'm going to get out of here, but until next time, everybody, grace and peace.